And he gets it down to the 32. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover it? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. They'll look to throw here on first down. This will be caught inside the 10. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. On first and goal, Howard. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now second and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
Green 39.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll be back with more in the NFC title bout after this. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Josh Bellamy, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bears draw a bit closer. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. To return, this is Doug Baldwin. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Hoping now to get back in the end zone on this 4th position. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes this thing down deep into Chicago territory. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback and his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged, because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Tyler Lockett from 8 yards out. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. About 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. He was looking for Zach Miller as tight end there. And now it's second down. Now back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And got his man complete. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. And the young buck showing that ability, that agility to dance outside of the pocket, complete the deep ball.
And don't think for a second that the coaching staff didn't have their heart rate accelerate a little bit there, right? Anytime you have those young quarterbacks and they get outside of the pocket, you're just hoping that they make good decisions, because so many things can happen.
Touchdown, Chicago! Josh Bellamy saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Bears have cut it to within a score. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
I think he might have been a little bit too focused on turning upfield. He didn't stay in bounds. He caught the ball, but he wanted to catch it and run, get that rack yardage so badly, he forgot to stay in bounds first.
Second down here after the incomplete pass. He'll look to throw. Looking deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt. And so,
and he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Jimmy Graham in the final seconds of the first half. And the Seahawks add on to their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They go with Howard to begin the drive. And he'll get this one up to the 26. So we've reached halftime. Who will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl? 2 more quarters to go, as we will send you eastward to Orlando and Larry Ridley. He's standing by with our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Larry. That'll be taken in the end zone. And some room to maneuver. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They're going to look to throw. Over the middle, that's taken in by Bellamy. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up first and goal. His big game continues. Already has the 3 touchdown grabs, tacking on some more yardage and a first down.
And how precise has his route running been in this game? We just saw him get open yet again. And he's also made adjustments as the defense has tried to really stop him.
This will be caught at about the 6. 3 yards is the gain that time, second and goal.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Jordan Howard from 6 yards away. And the Bears draw a bit closer. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, It's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long.
There goes Thomas Rolls. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Thomas Rolls, his second touchdown of the night. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit, get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
He'll look to throw. And he's going to be out of bounds right at the 40. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
He'll drop to throw. And right with it here over the middle. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Fresh set of downs here. Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to get this one down right to the edge of the red zone of the chalk of the 20. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Marcus Wheaton, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Bears have cut it to within a score. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, sings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to turn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Mitch Unrein in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
The Bears have put an extra defender in the secondary on third down.
Yep, they're in the nickel. They'll drop to throw. He lets it fly for Lockett. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I would dare say that these guys would have liked to have given their defense a little bit more rest since they gave up a touchdown their last time out. But alas, my man, that's not going to happen.
Yep, they're going to have to grab those helmets, get right back out there. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll look to throw here. Miller on the catch over the middle. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Play action. They'll throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Kendall Wright, 66 yards. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. And his kick is good. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, tried to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Looking to throw. He's going to float this one deep right. It's caught inside the 25. That one goes for 36 yards. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one right there, we keep talking about the high-flying antics that we're seeing from receivers nowadays. Doesn't matter what spot they start in. But when it actually does happen in the heat of battle, brings me right out of my seat.
Over the middle, complete. It's Richardson. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
Here we go.
Back to throw again. The quick slant caught. A gain of 7 that time. Second and goal.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Here we go.
On the ground, rolls. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Thomas rolls, saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35, but make it the 40-yard line.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Wright's got it. Whoa! And now off to the races down the right side. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Kendall Wright with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. And he's got it up and through. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything?
That's caught inside the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Seahawks are going to take the lead. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the fourth quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through all the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. They'll look to throw now on first down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Jordan Howard, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Tie game late, and the offense really has to be conscious of the clock here as it's becoming a factor late in this ball game. They'll set up to throw. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. Time for a break. Back with more in the NFC Championship game after this. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Tyler Lockett saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Seahawks are going to take the lead. And they will take a 7-point lead now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken about the 12. And he'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. They'll look to throw. Wheaton with a catch right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 15 yards through the air and a first down. Back to throw. And Miller with it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And a nice gain at 21 yards. Back to throw. The swing pass caught. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Josh Bellamy, 26 yards. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to...
It's caught inside the 25. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll run it now out of the gun. a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the fourth.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown late in the game. They look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready and the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together, make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. He'll look to throw. And this ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime. So getting the big touchdown they needed late in the fourth. Now what do? You conservative and just tie it up?
No, I think you put your practice into game situation. Go as fast as possible. You already have your play call ready to go. Go for two and decide it right now.
And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. He's going to air this out for Baldwin. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The intended target, Doug Baldwin. And that'll bring up second down. This defense hasn't had the best showing in this game, but a critical knockdown there. If they can hang on, I guess the end will kind of justify the means.
Certainly, and just think of it this way. It may not be the quantity of the plays that they've had, because those haven't been great, but they get a few more quality ones like that. That could finish things off for them.
He's going to look deep down the field. And this is caught at the 20. A huge play there in overtime, 55 yards. Explosion plays always break the back of a defense. In overtime to put them in the red zone, that was huge.
I like your description there, because when you get an explosion play, now people are really scrambling on defense. Now they're looking to each other. Who's going to step up? Who's going to make a play? Offensive guys have the momentum. Now they're in the red zone. They've got to be thinking attack, trying to get it into the end zone.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing, because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Out left here, it's complete to Wheaton. The 20, 10, and he's going to take it in. Touchdown!
They're going to win it.
And let the celebration begin. In an overtime thriller, they're off to the Super Bowl. And for all these guys, whether you're a rookie, a 10-year veteran, there's no feeling like this. NFC champs.
And you feel like family. Never at any time do you feel more like family than when you're sharing the joy.